I'm Alpha, and here's my 5-minute take on the world, starting the clock for you right now. Saying a very special thanks to a lot of people. Peter Marsham in the UK, to Lynn in North Carolina, to my nephew Troy down in Florida, to my friend Pat in Colorado. Thank you for your very nice comments. To Pat regarding my running for Congress. I'm not sure I have the corruption quotient to do that just yet, though I'm willing to work on it. And to Elizabeth, who says she's got very, very high standards when voting for anyone. No muckraking, no mudslinging, and no general bastardry. That would eliminate most of the people in Congress already and put me on the fringes, so I'm not sure I can count on your vote either, Elizabeth, but I thank you for the thought. Here's your brain stretcher question for today. On average, it takes a person 2 days, 17 hours to do this. And some people say they never do it. What do you think it is? Well, we'll have the answer for that in about 4 minutes. All right, let's check to see what's going on around the world. There's an article in Reuters today that says things are going great in Europe right now. Their economies are just swimming right along. In Germany, banks are doing great. Consumer confidence is high. In the UK, their estimates of growth, in fact, for the second quarter, were doubled what they were at the beginning of the year. Consumer confidence is quite high there. The article continues to say, in the United States, the outlook, not so good. Why? Because approval rate for Congress is at 11%. Consumer confidence is approaching all-time lows, and estimates for growth for the next 2 quarters are being dramatically scaled back. On January 1, 2011, you know what happens? Tax increases. I know, Barack Obama promised not one dime will increase in your taxes. Well, I guess he didn't consider when you eliminate a tax cut, that is actually a tax increase. Yeah, the Bush tax cuts go away, and I know what you're thinking, that's only for the rich. Well, consider this. When those tax cuts go away, the lowest income tax bracket of 10% is going to jump to 15%. So how do you feel about that? If you're paying $100 right now in taxes per month, you're going to pay $150 come January 1. Is that $50 you can afford to lose? I didn't think so. And why is this happening? Because we're doing the wrong things. Great Britain has decided to decentralize their healthcare system. Do you know what that means? It means they're taking their healthcare out of the hands of government and putting it into the hands of the private sector. Meanwhile, we're taking it away from the private sector and putting it in the hands of government. Harry Reid said, while campaigning to liberals in Las Vegas, he said, we will have a public option. That means we will have nationally sponsored health care, paid for by the government, run by the government, which they promised would never happen. Well, it's going to happen. So says Harry Reid, unless we do something about it. You see, we're headed in the absolute wrong direction, opposite directions from Europe. They have decided they're spending way too much, and they're cutting back, sometimes in places where it actually hurts. But you know what that does? It increases consumer confidence, stimulates business, and causes tax revenues to go up. And when you cut expenses and increase income, guess what happens? You start making money. You dig yourself out of a hole. Meanwhile, we keep on digging. $1.47 trillion is the estimated deficit for this year. Now, I explained to you last week what $1 trillion was. Did you see it? If you didn't, stack $100 bills this high and put them on a pallet that goes from that wall to this pool table back to that wall. That's $1 billion. To get $1 trillion, you'd have to have 1,000 of those little rooms right there. That's what we're spending, and that's what we've already spent the first 6 months of this year, and going to spend half that again by the end of the year. And then the tax increases come. But Barack Obama's not doing nothing about it. He's going on the road to help things. Is he going down to the Gulf to explain to those people why he's, even though they've already lost a lot of their livelihood and economic value, that he's going to take away drilling and the rigs and cost them another 100,000 jobs? Is he going to explain that to them? No. Is he going to Arizona to tell them why he's had his Department of Justice file a lawsuit against them while they're only trying to protect their border, their homes, their livelihoods, and their future? Is he going to do that? No. Is he going to explain why the CIA had just said, you know, we're getting closer to a military attack on Iran? Is he going to explain any of that? Jobs, the economy, energy? No. You know what he's doing? He's going on tour to prop up his image. First stop, The View. Wow, I can't wait to miss that little moisture fest. How about you? I hope they give Joy Behar a drool cup so she doesn't get any on him. The point of this is we are going in the absolute wrong direction. Europe, meanwhile, they're doing it right. Cutting expenses, stimulating business, increasing consumer confidence, and causing tax revenues to rise, which we seem to be absolutely dead set against. All right. Here's the answer to the brain stretcher question. 2 hours, 17 minutes, or 2 days, 17 hours rather, to do this for the average person, and that is to start relaxing on vacation. Wow. And then the stress comes of getting ready to pack up and go back to work, and it looks like those vacations just wind up being more stressful than they're worth, huh? Well, take them anyway. I understand. Enjoy them if you get them. It's my 5 minutes. We'll see you next time.